doesn't seem like that's what.
That's what
It doesn't seem like that's what other people want to do.
want to do.
Yeah, it seems like Kelsey.
Yeah, and I worry because I think that
They're working.
Tim is really on Cassandra's side. I think I don't know. What has he said? Because I feel like he's
Mitch?
talking both sides like crazy. Because I've walked into him talking, saying things that make me uncomfortable.
Part of me wonders if he's just here to blow up the house.
I honestly think that's what he wants to do.
Like, rather than... Okay. The thing is I feel like Tim, he's a human being. So
Yeah, he's funny.
If he has
great.
a crush on somebody, like, I feel like because he's a human, even if he is here just to blow up the house, I don't know what he's here for, but even if he isn't here to blow up the house, he is a human being, so he's still, like, if he had a thing for...
He'll connect to people, like,
if he had
as
a thing
real
for
person, yeah.
Cassandra, but I don't think he does, but I don't know.
He either does or he's, like, playing her. Like, he definitely, like, leads on those feelings in front of her.
Yeah.
And they play with each other, and that could still be platonic. It doesn't have to be a relationship, but they definitely have a very, very close connection that I see him not interacting with anyone else like that in the house. Do you know what I mean? Like, and I don't, like, it doesn't mean it's a relationship. Like, it definitely is just a very strong friendship.
Yeah.
But that's why I mean, like, I think he's in her corner, even if he's saying he's not.
I think being in this room this week and thinking of the options that I had, I think that I'm not worried about Christine. Christine said she didn't like me from week 1, so
right, it's out in the open.
She's not even.
Whatever.
She's not even trying to gauge HOH.
It's not like
she's afraid to get HOH anyways.
Yeah, I don't think
she's
wants
somebody
to
that
get
is kind of like
would rather just let other people do it. I agree. That's why even when you told me like she might want me out, it's kind of like, well, I don't think it's not at this point. I don't think she wants HOH.
No, like
I think maybe down the line when it's like if she makes the 7 or 6 or 5, that's when she'll try and.
She's not trying for it. And she said like she wanted you out first week. I'm just telling you because I actually like you. So.
Yeah, and whether or not that's changed or not, I don't know. But even knowing if I was her number one right now,
she hates
me
too. So.
Yeah, like I don't know, whatever. You have to accept that some people in this house
aren't gonna
either won't like you or just want you out because,
right,
for whatever reason, like I don't chat to Christine that often, so like, it would be a fair assessment for her to be like, Mitch, I don't get along, or like I don't talk to that often, so that's fine.
I really trust Jared, and I feel like me and Kelsey will have. But everybody else knows. Like, I don't trust Cassandra because Cassandra fully told me that, like, number one, when I seen what she said, I felt like
hurt.
It did not feel like a joke.
Yeah.
There was no, like, it was just said, and I told her after, like, the reaction, like, you know.
Yeah, and I've just been hearing someone just talking about master plans and stuff like that.
Master plans and...
like this, but with Tim is what I mean. And if I tell you something, you promise you're not gonna.
Mitch, I won't tell anybody. I trust you and Joel the most.
And then telling you this because I just want us to make sure we're
on the same
stand. Okay. But like I went in the washroom like not 5 minutes ago, and Tim was talking, and I think Jared was there, Kelsey was there. They weren't necessarily talking together. I think Nikki was in the bathroom, and he was talking about your trustworthiness and how you told Cassandra minutes before that she wasn't going up, and then she went up. So how can anyone ever trust you? So just be careful of that is all I mean.
Right.
Because that's why I don't like, and I had just walked in to use the washroom and heard, and I don't want to say anyone else was participating in that conversation.
Okay, I'm going to tell you something. Tim came in here and suggested that Cassandra would be a good option to go up.
What a sneaky boy.
What?
I cannot figure out his game.
He came in here and was like, yeah, you know what? She would be a good option. He's like, I'm kind of like...
What, do you think that... Okay. The only thing I can guess on that is that he's close to her. He's trying to create an enemy for her that he can, like, make her... You know what I mean? Like, say, like, Loveita put you up. Like, she's the enemy. Like, we have to bond together to get...
What if he's just here to stir the pot?
That it also could be him just, like, fucking...
But I very well told her. I'm like, I didn't know till the last minute.
Yeah.
Like, I was going
you
back
didn't
and
make that decision until the end.
I made this decision.
And I don't know what that whole conversation was, but I was in and out and not, like, fully... I didn't want to seem like I was...
Tim stirring the pot.
Yeah. So I would be, like, sort of just careful. He's super fun, but I don't even know. He says all the time that he just like has no emotions, like as a joke. But then I'm like, is he a sociopath?
They must have put a sociopath.
Like, I actually think he might be a sociopath. Like, and he's really nice and really fun. And I don't want to say bad things about people, but like, I wouldn't be surprised. He's already won. He's won a lot of money. He has a lot of fame in his home country. He's got to be here to just like, if I were him, that would be kind of fun to come to a game and just like make it really way another level of tough. Do you know what I mean?
Mitch, he's trying to screw up my game. It's like,
yeah.
how am I gonna? Why would I? It's not like I'm budging with Cassandra. Like this is how I felt about her. And it's not like I'm gonna tell her like if she's playing me, I'm not gonna be like, oh, blah blah blah. Like.
But please do not tell him that I said that.
Mitch, I would never say anything. You've never done anything to me. If anyone should win this game, it should be you.
Yeah, I can't figure him out because he is nice to everyone, but there's times he even admits it. It's almost like it's fun for him to make jokes, but they're real jokes. You know what I mean? It's fun to him to be like, I just want to like do crazy stuff.
He was saying, oh, like.
Because Tim won't fall into like alliances and stuff. Like he's not gonna play that game.
I don't think so. Tim is a shit to start.
He is, but as long as you know that.
And just steer clear.
And yeah, just know, take your conversations with him with a grain of salt. Just know that anything you say to him could go back to someone else. Do you know what I mean? And that, especially knowing if you say he came up and suggested Cassandra, like, that's really twisted.
Yeah, he did. He was like, that's what I'm confused about. He was like, yeah, she's kind of annoying me. Like, put her up. Like, how? He's like, love, either option works. Like, you could do Christina, Cassandra, or, cause I've looked at him kind of as a mentor. Like, he's new in the game, like, trying to find his space. It's like, or you could put up Raul and Kelsey. Go for Raul and Kelsey, like, blah, blah, blah. No, or Christina, Cassandra. Like, he knew. Yeah, he suggested it. He's like, he even said, you know what, love, I am a bit weary of Cassandra. Like, what?
And I mean, I have no idea. That could be partially true. Who knows?
Like,
but it is sketchy if he's then just like using that against you. Do you know what I mean? And I think that's a clever tactic. Like, it's kind of like mastermind genius. If someone might put you up and I tell them to put you up, and then I tell you like that person's evil, and I pit you against each other, and then I watch you fight. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's what he's done. He's like, in Cassandra's ear, he's like, Loveita wants you out so bad. Like, I don't know if that's what he's doing. And then to you, he's like, yeah, I do not reveal very many things in front of him because I just don't know how they'll be used. Do you know what I mean? Like, there are people in this house, you, Joel, that I'll talk openly to because I can trust, like, okay, you're not just going to run around and scream what I just said.
Exactly.
And you need people like that in this house. You need to trust certain people. And what his real intentions are, maybe they are to be helping you, and maybe he doesn't actually trust Cassandra, but he just doesn't.
Maybe he wants them to be.
But that I walked in a room with him without Cassandra there, talking about you. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't like he was. Maybe if Cassandra had been there, it'd make more sense because he was trying to play up the game of like. Obviously, Cassandra's like gonna be upset or whatever.
But if someone has broken my trust, it's like. I went back, and everybody knows that I went back and forth on this decision. It was hard, but I personally thought it would be better for me to go with my gut. Wow, Tim, that's interesting. That is huge. But now it makes me think, Mitch, what is Jared Kelsey thinking like now?
Exactly. If he's saying those things to them, what part of that conversation?
All I'm gonna say to them is. Yeah, like before I went up, I did tell Cass she was safe because she kept asking me, which was partially giving me anxiety because I felt that she broke my trust.
Yeah.
And I wasn't sure whether or not I trusted you guys and which way I wanted my cards to lie. And I chose to trust you guys because I don't trust her.
They believe from one person or another. You know what I mean? Like, you didn't put them up. You gave them that, and that's something they can hold on to as like evidence that you aren't trying to screw them over.
Right. I think. And
So I wouldn't push too hard. Otherwise,
No,
then I think you're overcompensating.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm not gonna say anything because they have my word that I'm not gonna go for them, right? And I know Jared's gunning for HOH. I know they like you, but there's something strange between Kelsey and Cass, and because Kelsey, you cannot really read her.
I think they're really close.
Yeah, keeping Cass in the game.
Because they've been interacting a lot right now, like just being and like kind of almost at each other because they're trying to like. Cass is like, I'm just trying to help, like I'm trying to save you, blah blah. And Cass is like, no, let me try and figure it out, blah blah. Cass is being like, I have a master plan, blah. So they're definitely like trying to find a way to
and
keep
for me putting her on the block, she was being way too nice to me.
Mm-hmm.
It's like abnormally fake
Mm-hmm.
to be that nice to someone. Like right after I understand, I'm sorry, I should not have made a joke like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mitch, this host is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like I didn't like this.
I mean, just win that
much better
veto and
watching
then
it
you
on
get
a
to make,
couch.
what's that?
It's so much better watching it on a couch.
You play hard in this veto, just because then it's in your hands, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a 1 in 6 that Cassandra could win, because that's your worst case, right?
Might try to convince Jared to use it.
True. I think that's what's going to happen. I don't know, but like...
He told me he wouldn't use it.
Yeah, I think she wants him to. Like, because I think she would have used it if she was able to play. And the question is just whether or not, like, she can have that power.
It's just like,
that
now
will be
in
telling
HOH,
like, yeah.
These guys, I didn't put them up on the block. At least they should respect who I want out of the house.
Well, you know what? If Jared wins and he takes Cassandra off, you know who you should put up then.
Exactly.
Because that means
that's
they
exactly
literally...
what I'm going to say that you guys don't respect.
So don't even say it, because that's going to show, like, you made your move and you didn't put them up. Okay?
Mm-hmm. And everybody else will kick that.
Oh my god, if he's on the ball, yeah. So I would say, like, because that would be a legitimate excuse. If you're like, these were my nominations, and I don't even say it before the ceremony. Just let them. Yeah, because that'll show you, like,
Mitch,
next week, if that's what they're willing to do this week, you know they're not gonna.
Mitch, you're
like,
so
what will they do next week?
right.
So just like sit, let that sit and see.
You're so right. Just let everything fall.
Mm-hmm. Because that would mean that they're not really gonna honor their deal with you. You know what I mean? But if they don't, then you're like, okay, I have a decent amount of trust.
Between the three of them,
I sure know it's in there.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Who would you say to go up between the three of them? Because if they took Cassandra off,
I honestly
get Kelsey.
Yeah, I think if Jared wins and takes her off, that means Kelsey had full control of that. You know what I mean? Like, and that means that, like, she has 2 votes and that he's not making decisions for himself. But if he doesn't use it, that means, like, either she didn't pressure him too much, which is a good thing, and, like, means, like, they're respecting your nomination. Did they just say everyone come here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just go to the washroom.
Mm-hmm.
Just go.
I'm gonna pretend I'm in the washroom.